Dream podcast guest, Davey.
Travis Pastrana.
Oh yeah, good.
Travis, Jeremy McGrath, Donald Trump. I'm joking. I'm not going to say that. I just want to tank your episode.
What? You just want
to? No. No.
Love
Travis,
him or hate him, he went on, have you heard of the All In podcast? No, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He went on a podcast.
Yeah, he did. He did Logan Paul's.
He's done Logan.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done this other business one I listened to.
Oh, really?
I mean, he's obviously trained, but like, love him or hate him.
As a bloke,
I'm not saying
or
anything. I understood him more after 40 minutes. I was like, huh.
Yeah. Everyone's closer to the same, aren't they? Even Donald Trump.
Yeah, you're like, I think we can relate to some of it. Which everyone be like, no, we can't. Like, okay, well, listen to him for an hour and see. Let him just speak on his own about certain topics. You're like, huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Going back, sorry. That was more of a tactical
Pastrana.
Yeah, Travis McGrath. I think it'd be hard, but I'd say Palmer would be dope.
Oh, Palmer's mine.
Yeah,
I've got his jersey there. Like it's like where the serendipity is
just
like aligning. We text on Instagram.
Oh, mate.
And I was telling you, I was like,
I wouldn't take that from you either.
Yeah,
not that there's competition, but
you heard it. Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that. PT as well would be pretty cool.
Yeah, PDs as well.
PT be rad, wouldn't he? Yeah.
Yeah,
PD's
but
so
yeah, Travis. Cool. I mean, he's here next week
PD
apparently. So
who Pastrana?
Yeah. Goodwood Festival Speed.
I mean, honestly, we ticked off some bangers though.
Take an iPhone and just put it in his face. No, you guys have had bangers for sure.
The chance to sit down with people is so cool. And then like when you get like surprises, you find like...
What's a dream one then for you though?
I don't know. I don't really.
What about fighting a kid guy or, someone outside industry or some animal lover? David Attenborough.
Nah, cause I honestly don't know. Attenborough.
Did I say that wrong? What is it?
Don't worry about it.
What is it?
Attenborough.
What did I say?
David Attenborough.
He's like, did I say Berry?
Yeah, you can't say that. We're in England. You might as well be on the money.
Yeah.
He's a national treasure, dude.
He's amazing.
Isn't he? Yeah.
Wow. Burra. Sorry.
No, I actually
UK
don't
fans.
know. To your question, I don't know who it would be a dream one because I find every single one sort of really interesting in different ways. And I don't know if I'm not that much that guy. Like if you said, Michael Jordan is a hero, I don't really necessarily want to sit and talk to him that much.
I tell you what, if Travis was sat...
golf, mate. I'd love to talk to Jordan.
Yeah. Big sticks. If Travis was there, it'd be hard.
Yeah, it would be hard.
It's
saying dream guest, but it's like it'd also be a dream nightmare.
It would be very... I would be quaking. If Travis was there, I'd be like...
unless you take him for a ride first. Then you do the experience.
Yeah,
Coffee shop, ride. Loves his biking.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it wouldn't.
You remember that story? I biked with him and then crashed so hard after the ride at Whistler that I forgot the ride with him.
Oh, mate. I remember the year,
I remember he crankworks, didn't he?
Yeah, because he flipped in a A-line race or something.
That's the year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Giant brought him out there.
Yeah.
He's awesome, dude. You wouldn't... You'd shit yourself and then a minute later you'd be like, oh, it's just...
Tell you what, though.
One of the boys.
Just blokes.
I had dinner with
just people. It's just...
You put them on the pedestal and there's only a few.
And whenever you meet these people, I mean, we've had guests on here that bucket list or they are we've had some people like fucking hell.
Who would you say is the biggest, most well-known guest off the top of your head?
Brendan's.
Danny Mac.
Yeah, Danny Mac's been.
Danny Mac came here.
No, not here. No, we did that virtual, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's huge. I mean, he's
Pilgs,
mainstream.
Massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brendan.
Yeah, but you guys know. Yeah, but you know them.
Yeah, I know.
It's someone that you don't know, like a Pastrana. Because Brendan and Danny Mac are Danny Mac's like the Pastrana of.
It's different for me because these Bernard, Brendan are people that going back a few years, I'd be like bucket list. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Got Brendan on. Whereas now it's a bit like, oh, do you want to just do the podcast?
Hey, we can't find a guest. Can you, Ollie? It's Brendan.
So it's changed a lot, but it kind of still hasn't. Because for me, I haven't grown up with them.
No, true, fair enough.
We went for coffee with Brendan Fairclough this morning. Still to me, it's still a bit like, fucking hell, that was pretty weird.
Yeah, it is like that.
It's just different.
I phone, if I hang out with PD sometimes, I'm still like,
yeah, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So just me and you having a schnitzel and a beer here. It's just
yeah. It's weird, huh?
It's
blokes.
as is deserved. He is like that big of a character.
We did the Billy Bolt one. I didn't know him that much, and that was quite like.
Yeah, you mentioned that. How was
Yeah.
that? You feel like you got to know him though by the end of the podcast?
Definitely,
You guys
definitely.
like,
But I was like already a
fan.
fan, you know. But I wasn't like, the thing is, I'm a Billy Bolt fan. I wasn't like a fan of his sport, and I didn't want to do it an injustice. Talk about it, you know, get it wrong. You know, when you hear people from one thing talk about another sport, and you're like, oh, dude, you've not really done your research enough. I didn't want to be that guy.
Like rugby.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Great example.
Did you have a rugby guest?
Yeah. We had Luke.
Should have asked me. It's high school rugby. Oh, not high school. It's too small.
Lower
school rugby. Primary school rugby.
Yeah, you'd have brought the heat.
Can you believe that?
You were in rugby.
I played rugby.
Lower school, maybe. Yeah.
Definitely. I was too small.
I
You're a
played
rugby
basketball.
guest. Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I like those as well when you're
Why not?
naively asking the questions because someone at home doesn't know the sport. So how do you ask really basic level questions?
Moto's
if you did
too close, dude. I've got to know.
Yeah,
And I'm
you
a fan
know
of
that's for
him.
your
Yeah,
brand.
yeah.
Like you can't mess that up.
So that was like I like researched for it, and I really enjoyed it. It was like a different process. It was like normally the notes are like, you know, talk to Needles about mega. It's like something I already really know about, and I already know about you. So it's just putting the two things together.
And you're
this was
often
not
doing
it.
it
This
for
was
the
like,
for the listener as well. You have there's a few you have to do for the listener.
Exactly. So clips, for instance. So quite often with guests, you have like clips that you want. I don't want to make it sound like it's not magical, but sometimes I want, if we're talking about Super Enduro, I want Billy Bolt's introduction of Super Enduro. That's going to be a clip. And that's like listening to podcasts teaches you that, I guess. Like, you know, you need to have those like hooks to get people in. And they're only going to start a conversation. Like, that's the thing. You make a couple of clips, it doesn't matter. You've got to fill the rest of the 2 hours. So I don't feel bad for it, but like...
No, not at all.
Certainly.
That is what it is these days. And the clips are only talking points, like you say, anyway.
Yeah.
That you're going to say.
Yeah.
It's just a bit, you know, a bit more like, that'll be a good clip.
Yeah. The bits
Well,
I
while
love
you're
are the bits
doing
in
it.
between.
Yeah, it's a bit...
Do you guys do that while you're doing? You're like, whoa, this is going to be a goodie.
Oh, mate, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look over at Doug and I can see he's writing down, or Naomi, and they're like writing down the numbers. Yeah. For like when
Because
the clips happen.
I
it's
take
so
some
good.
notes,
not
but
doing
I can
now.
do it virtually. You can't do it here.
No.
Yeah.
Just remember.
Quickly
You guys
say
are-
something good.
You guys outsource that. Oh, but I've seen you. You're like, that's a clip. Start in here. Just go back.
dude, yeah.
Clip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of that, I guess, yeah. Like you say, thinking about that a bit more these days.
I don't.
We don't want to do it just for that, obviously, but they do it. They do
It
help.
is a business, right?
And a lot of people only watch clips.
Yeah, and
I
dude, you
know.
want to make it good.
I
You want to make
know.
the person. If you know something's going to go well,
Yeah.
you're going to get them to talk about that thing because you want their thing to do well. You want to see
Totally.
them. Yeah, totally. So
I always say with every guest, it's like, it's not a gotcha episode. Like, we're not trying to, like,
No.
out you for anything.
No.
But those things will do well, and they
Yeah.
benefit everyone.
Yeah.
They benefit you, they benefit your sponsors. It's just more stuff.
Yeah, maybe shed some light on the business aspect because people, that aren't that into podcasts will be like, you have a podcast. Do you make money doing a podcast? Can you make money? How? Maybe you can shed some light on the business side as a whole in the industry.
Yeah, I think it's changed a lot over the years. You know, obviously having more sponsors and brands. I think going back to what we were talking about the evolution of the whole platform, is that now brands are getting more interested in it and like come to us, TRC, now more than what they definitely used to. I think it's important though to choose the right partners. I think it's very easy to just do these random reads that, like, they're funny, but they have to be relatable to the audience. And like, certainly some of the sponsors that we've had and do have that are really relatable, it's so sick now to be able to be like, yeah, that really works for that brand.
yeah,
Like, there's one in particular, right, that like kills it. Like,
yeah. When it does well and you realise that there is commercial value, I think that's really important, isn't it? It's like really shocking, actually.
Yeah.
To be honest, because it only feels like this is like this is 5 people in a room. And then
Yeah,
to
I
hear
also
that it
had
goes
a
out
surprise
to-
with one. I was not a surprise. I was like, oh, I don't know how this works. And then you're like, whoa.
yeah, it's cool. So
But
yeah,
you're
it's-
authentic and you pick the ones that you would use and things like that, I think.
yeah, so choosing the right partners that are actually beneficial to the audience is pretty key. But like, hey, it makes all this happen. Is like sponsors and things like, you know, we're pretty selective about who we work with, I guess, to some extent.
I love
But-
reads as a listener.
Yeah, I enjoy doing them as well.
Yeah.
We have fun
Same.
with
But
them
you
all the time.
guys are good with having 2 people is
Yeah.
easier.
We
Like,
do have
I'm
fun
like,
with it.
I'm really jealous of they've got 2 to bounce it off. I'm like, I've got to
this-
do an
but
ad
I
read
think
on
it's-
my own. Damn it!
I think it's really cool because I think now everything's more transparent, and you don't like hate on people for running ads. Do you remember watching like films when you were younger, movies when you were younger, and then the ad break comes in, and you're like, Cadbury's chocolate, go away! I want to see what happens next. Whereas I don't feel that way now, and on like YouTube or in a podcast, I can be quite abrupt, but I just get it. People paying their bills. It's like you got the content for free. You
Yeah,
sit
that's
through
the
a couple
thing.
of ads.
You've got the
Exactly.
content for
Yeah.
free,
And it might
well,
save you
that's-
some money.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what you can do with Patreon. You do ad free episodes and stuff like that when
Yeah.
you're chatting the car. So there's all.
Is this on
different ways
Patreon?
to- No,
Just checking.
can do. Put it
We
in
didn't negotiate the shares.
or using the
We've got a manager
studio.
now. We've got to put you in touch with someone else.
Yeah, it was tough to book you guys. Yeah, through
it's
your
really
manager.
hard,
Shit.
mate. Yeah, really
It's
hard.
been really difficult.
Yeah, he's a bit of a gatekeeper, that one.